This next video, um, it's actually very disturbing. Well, the topic that I want to talk about, pretty disturbing. Or even shall I say the source of the topic that I want to talk about is very disturbing. Um, on social media, there is a video going around that I really just became privy to. Um, where there is a black man, obviously in a voiceover. Of course, he's not showing his face, of course, but he's in a voiceover um, talking about, and mind you, let me go back. It could be his face in the video, but it is a still picture of a guy who sounds like or it looks like he is kind of like listening to someone who has made that video or that voiceover. And so that's why I said that. And because usually you can't just get on pretty much any social media platform and just say the things that this video said and show your face without just getting like blocked, deleted, your account banned, and all that, which I absolutely believe and hope and pray that this guy's account got banned for saying what he said. Now, what he said was that uh, basically, and I almost wish I had pulled it up now, but at the end of the day, he's calling for the death of Black women, the offing of Black women. And this is not the first time. I mean, we hear that kind of rhetoric. A lot of us hear it. Some of us don't hear it. And I guess these are the Black women who are still, at this point in time, shocked and appalled by the things that, a lot of Black men say and agree with. Even a lot of the ones who may not say it, they still agree with it and they don't counteract it. So, um, but yeah, that is what he said, was how basically how you cure the problems, I guess, in the Black community is by basically offing all Black women, you know. And many times comments like that, especially toward Black women, gets um, ignored as real, true threats, even though we have the Black femicide rate as high as it is. Or people try to logically talk to people who say that kind of stuff, or people try to reason with people who say that kind of stuff instead of just outright banning it, reporting it, getting their accounts shut down, and things like that. It just behooves me how Black women are so freely able to be done any kind of way on social media. Like it's really literally almost nothing that you can say about a Black woman and child and children, Black children, that's not a free for all. I mean, you could talk about raping us, you can talk about essaying us and our children, you can call us beast, you can call us all kind of names, all kind of inhuman. I mean, you can do all of this and the videos stay up for weeks, the videos go viral, no one says anything, you know, okay. It's completely okay. But say something about another group of women's hair and watch how much backlash you get. Say something about another woman's lips. Say something about her natural behind or something, or her natural body, something like that. Compare women with each other, just comparing women with each other on anywhere on social media. Pretty much you're gonna go viral and you're gonna get some real bad backlash. And I bring up those type of examples because, as I just said, I mean, there are extreme videos. Like, I've thought about this so often. There are extreme videos of violence to be done to Black women and children that are still up. Like, nobody says anything about it. It's just, you get some criticism, but the fact that it's still up, the fact that nobody's challenging it or the person to the degree that, how can you say that? Let's go back. I would say to just Kevin Samuels, but I'm not giving him a pass. But even before Kevin Samuels, you still had Black men on social media platforms and YouTube and stuff like that who were still saying horrible, degenerate, mean, nasty, ugly, rude, vile things about Black women and children that, as I say, have never been reprimanded, never been taken off the air. Like, they honestly get more popularity. The more you criticize a Black woman, the bigger and the more viral you get, you know. Do you remember, some of you may remember the white guy. He was actually a Jewish man. And I do make the difference. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But he was a Jewish man who um, went in on Black women, you know. All the Black women that I've ever known and all the Black women I've ever dated have been completely masculine. First of all, I say to that, I mean, are you going like to lesbian clubs? Like, where are you meeting all of these masculine Black women? And why are you dating them? Like, is that your choice? Like, are you like going up to, like, butch Black women, or are you like, because my mindset and my ideology says, you see her, is she walking like a man, is she presenting herself like a man, is she like, what is she doing that's so masculine that even got your attention? Like, that's what, because I'm seeing this as more of an issue with you. If like that's all you're seeing, if that's all you're meeting, if that's like, that's what I see. So I see that as a you problem, that maybe you got some other stuff going on that you attract all that type of masculine energy. I'm just saying. But this particular guy, that did that, blew up, went viral. And although I don't see him much anymore because I'm definitely not subscribed to him, I have since saw him on various other people's platforms. Like, he just like he got his uh, thousands of followers at this point because he didn't have that many before. And so basically, he rolled the Black woman coat, went viral, and now he big time now. Now other people have him on their platform, like they want to hear his opinion now. And it's just crazy to me, but that's the way it works. Like, if you want to get up, if you want to come up, you do it on the back of a Black woman. And the more vile, the more degenerate, the more nasty, the more harmful, the more rhetoric that you make it, horrible that you make it, the more rhetoric that you put out there about it, the more lies, the more viral you're gonna go. And it's not. I'm not gonna talk about this part because I've said it and thrown it out there so many times, but it's absolutely an agenda. It's absolutely. Um, because at the end of the day, here's what I want you guys to think about, because That's what I do on this channel. I want you guys to think from other perspectives other than what's being presented. So if you can't get on social media and say stuff about any other community of people that's, not even as horrible as the stuff that is out there still today on video that you can still click on and go to and listen to, if you can't say something not even half as bad about another group, but you can go still find videos where vile things are being said about Black women and children. I'm just trying to figure out, how is that not an agenda? How is not the powers that be in on it and helping to promote it and helping to fuel this agenda that's going on right now? And I'm not going to talk about that, like I say, because it's a whole, it's a lot to it. But at the end of the day, these ignorant Black men are, many of them willfully going into it and participating, and some of them are just willfully, blindly, ignorantly just following all the rest of the sheep. So, but either way, it's being done. At the end of the day, it's being done. And so, um, this guy who made this sound bite, I don't know if it was a sound bite or if he made a whole video talking about the extermination of Black women, the fact that it's still on social media with comments on it and being discussed is mind boggling to me, when, like I said, you cannot get on any social media platform and degrade anybody's um, race, creed, color, handicap, disability, religion, like all, whatever they put on the applications at jobs and just in general, you just can't do. But it's a free for all when it comes to Black women. Yeah, yeah. And I'm not giving the Black men a pass at all. I'm just saying it's even bigger than them. They're just following along with it. But it's way bigger than them. Because as I say, there are things right now. There are keywords and trigger words and so forth that I can go right now and put on any social media platform and immediately get taken down. It'll immediately get taken down. I'll get an account warning, or I will get um, my account completely banned, period, forever. Like that's it, you're done. Just by saying something that's not even as out of the way as exterminating somebody. So it's crazy to me, and it puts Black women and makes Black women, and I know the powers that be behind this know the type of position that it puts Black women and Black children in. They just don't give a care. They just don't care about Black women's safety, about Black women's concerns, about Black, like they just really don't care. Which is why I promote the idea of Black women standing up and defending themselves by any means necessary. That is what I promote, that's what I believe, and that's what I will tell any Black woman. Protect yourself first. Don't sit out here and look and wait for the government to do it. Especially don't wait for Black men to do it. Don't even wait for other Black women to do it, which would honestly be your best and closest allies, another Black woman, just because. I have defended Black women I don't even know, but because of the fact that you're disrespecting her, you're trying to do something to her, and the fact that she Black like me, that's my sister. We not finna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna defend her. Yeah, we finna stand just like this on that. I don't have to know her. I just met her this morning, but you still not finna disrespect her. That's me. That's how I operate. That's what I've done for many Black women. Um, Yeah, we got to get better at it. But that's just me and in my heart. Yeah, I don't have to be birthed. We don't have to have the same mom, dad, whatever. We don't even have to know each other. You still my sister. But anyway, ain't too many that have that loyalty for us and with us. There's not many that stand together with us in that. So we got to do it for ourselves. Now, I'm not saying that others don't, because yeah, you got some other races of women who will absolutely fight you behind, a black person, whether it's because they're in their family or they got close ties or they just hate racists or they just hate people who badger women or just, whatever the case may be, they're out there. And I know that they're out there. So I'm not trying to put out this big thing that, all black women have is ourselves. But at the end of the day, no matter who we have to have us. And you got to have your own back. You have to stand up and protect yourself. Half of the stuff, and I really did not mean to even go here, but half of the stuff that I was going through last year with all of the people involved and stuff like that was giving me such a hard time. At the helm of a lot of that was another black woman who could have not only made it easier for me, could have really stopped a lot of it. She really could have. But I have to say, she did start advocating for me in the very beginning. But after that, she became my worst enemy because she was not only not protecting me and helping me as she could and had the resources to, and should have been because of the position she was in. Um, because she didn't do that, and because she then became almost like their ally, it got really bad for me. It got really bad for me. And one of the things that uh, I kept thinking about through it all, because I knew I was going to make it. I knew I was going to be okay because the universe just always have protected me, and I've never lost where I put my faith in the universe, God, my angels, like whatever. I don't fail in those areas. So I knew I was going to make it. And I'm not speaking arrogantly, I'm just speaking experientially. Like I'm just how it happens with me and in my life, and based on my faith. Um, but it made me keep wondering. The biggest thing out of all of it that I kept wondering was, you another black woman, and you're doing the worst to make things horrible for me. Like you really are. Like she literally turned and was doing things to advocate for me, literally almost being homeless, to where she literally even told me to contact the Coalition for the Homeless because basically she wasn't going to do shit for me or help me in any kind of way. And she was in the position to do it. If it helps y'all, she was somewhat in a position of a social worker. I'll just leave it at that. But and the thing about it, I don't even know what triggered her. Like seriously, I don't even know. I never had words with her. Um, I never confronted her. I never talked to her. Like I never came at her like that. If anything, I kept coming at her to help me. That's what I was doing. And maybe she got sick of me needing her. Maybe she didn't want to do it. Like I don't, whatever her personal reason was, I don't know. I still don't know to this day. Um, but it is what it is, and it made it more difficult for me, but it also strengthened my lesson. My lesson. It also it gave my end result that much power, if that makes sense. it gave my winning, which I did, um, that much more of a testimony. Like it just gave it more power. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, it was just sad. It was sad that we Black women can be done that way. We Black women can be treated that way. And we so many times have no allies. And so I said all that to say, that yeah, the main person you depend on is you. The main person that you get to protect yourself is you. Because ultimately, that is what I had to do. I had to step out of my needy phase, and I had to step out of my looking for other people to help me who were in the position to help me and whose job it was to help me, and start. I had to help myself. Like I really truly did. And at the end of the day, after all of it, the one who saved me and the one who was my own biggest advocate was me, and ironically, a white lady. Yeah, but the majority of it was me. The majority of it was me. So I'm saying that to say this is what you're going to have to do. Protect yourself by any means necessary. And I mean that, especially when they are out here able to put out rhetoric like exterminating Black women, and it can stay up 10 minutes. It says a whole lot. And it's how they think, feel, act, and believe. Like they believe that. That is another part of. I just made a video on holding Black women accountable, but a huge part of Black women being accountable for themselves is to begin to really believe the things that these men are putting out there. Like they not just joking, like they not just playing, they not just they just saying something crazy. Maybe, but at the end of the day, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And so you can't tell me that they're not saying this stuff and not really truly believing it. I don't care if it's 10 Black men that believe Black women should be exterminated. That's too many. If they have any kind of access to Black women and children, it's too many. I don't care if it's three, it's too many. Do you understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, our accountability to ourselves as Black women needs to be the fact that we need to start taking these men seriously, taking these men and the things that they say as real, true, countable threats, um, real, true, reliable threats. Because any other group, if these men, those same men, were to get up there and say that all Hispanic women needs to be exterminated, all white women need to be exterminated, all white dogs, all Black cats, whatever, need to be exterminated, you better believe that you're gonna have some protest. Like you gonna have some real true, like they gonna find you. They gonna get your account. You gonna get banned. Like you gonna be done. But because you said about Black women, sitting on their hands. Nobody got to about us. Let's just see what's gonna happen. Because they want to see a fight. They want more views. They want to, oh, how Black women gonna handle that? Can Black women, let's see what all we can keep on doing to keep Black women. And it keeps getting more and more outlandish. But that wasn't the first time I heard that. I mean, it's disturbing, it's scary, um, it's horrible, and it may or may not be done. I mean, I can't even say that because it is being done. When we look at the Black femicide rates, it is being done, and the fact that it's being done by Black men, and the fact that nobody's addressing it on a mass level. in my opinion, continues to empower them because they continue to have podcasts and gurus and people like that who promote violence against Black women and children, especially. Um, it's just like a popular viral thing. Like ain't no, nothing is being done, and I want to know, um, first of all, why is that? Which I may never get an answer to, but I want to put out there that if anybody is going to protect us and protect Black women, it's going to have to be other Black women. So we're going to have to get these accounts shut down. We're going to have to take it as real, true, viable threats when somebody talk about exterminating Black women. Like that ain't something to be debated. That ain't something that should have not even one comment behind it. Like that video should have been like, we need to talk to the top head person of TikTok. We need to talk to Zuckerberg. Like we need to talk to the something needs to be done. And until we get there, hopefully we getting there. Hopefully at a fast, very fast rate, we are getting there. It's not going to get no better because it's just one of those things. Whereas, if they can continue to say these wild, outlandish things, whatever else are they not going to say? And then before I close, let me just say, and we wonder why statistics have been that young girls and young females, young teenage women, young adult women, um, are showing statistically that they are so depressed and suicidal. Even we got to wonder about that stuff. But when we hear that kind of stuff, when you're living as a young Black woman in a society that automatically hates you just because you're born, you ain't did nothing to them. You ain't did nothing to none of men. You don't even know them men. Half the men old enough to be your grandpa out there talking the loudest, and other men are acting accordingly. You got young Black men who will not ever, refuse to, and all of that, date a Black woman, even look at a Black woman. And so you got to change your whole way of thinking, acting, believing, well, even if you want a Black man. And I'm not here, let me say this right here too. I'm not saying that you can't find one and you can't find a good one, because women in my family have. Um my son's girlfriend has found a good Black man. So and that ain't to say he don't have faults, but he's there, he's with her, and he's supporting her like in every single way. And that's all I'm gonna talk about that because that's not what the video is about. So the at the end of the day, it is out there, it is available, and it can happen, but it's such a small minority right now. That's what I'm saying. Because even the Black men who don't think that way, who don't feel that way, are scared to date Black women. Like they really seriously are. It's just out there. Now you can get men of other races to date Black women, but what if that Black woman don't want to date? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. It took me some time to see the attraction toward men of other races and even give them a chance to treat me better, or and date them and so forth. I mean, it took a while. I was, well, no, I can't really say that because, well, anyway, we're not going to go there. But it took me a while in a lot of instances to actually really, truly, fully go there, you know. And that may be the case for other young Black women. I don't know. I really can't even imagine what all it entails in being a young Black woman today. I got a young Black daughter, uh, but she has a decent Black boyfriend. She really, really does. I mean, and I don't know if it's because it's from my prayers or she just found a good one or just what, but I honestly have to say she has a good Black man in her life that I'm so thankful and so grateful. So thankful and so grateful. So, but we got to help, we got to hold ourselves accountable by being there for one another and by keeping ourselves first and by thinking of our own safety and our own lives and our own everything first before everybody else and stop. Oh, they just talking. They not gonna do nothing. Okay, well, if they do, you need to be protected. You need to have some type of something, whether it's just a mindset. You got to have it. So, uh, I wasn't gonna talk too much about, the guy and the video and why he did it and all that. I mean, we already, you know, just the fact that he did it. Um, yeah, it's horrible. It is. I mean, it absolutely is. And like I say, it would happen to no other group of women. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So you guys, please leave me a comment. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button and also hit all notifications so that you'll know when I upload a video. Would love to hear your opinions on what I said. Um, let's debate um, nicely. And until the next video, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.